Alright, we should be live now. Apologies for that. Had to grab myself, made myself a little salad, got myself a seltzer, and we're back. Welcome, welcome. We just did the Chucky secret lair drop, which was very cool. Talked a little bit about the Jurassic Park and the... Oh, we actually didn't talk about the Duskmourn one. The Duskmourn one I also have coming, but I think we talked a little bit about the Evil Dead, staying on theme with the month. Also, speaking of, as always, I've got something playing in the background. Somehow thematically related to this deck, so it's up to you to tell me what's playing and how it's related, as always. Today we've got the fourth and final Duskmourn Precon. One of the big reasons, as I said, I got this is because you can play the Arch Enemy format. I was supposed to play tonight, but we could not get the whole party together, realizing the one downside, or maybe a downside, maybe it's a terrible format, but I really don't think so. I'm very excited for this. The one downside of this format is that you need 4 players, as far as I know. I'm going to do a little bit more research into the rules of the game tonight and see if that is 100% the case, but I'm pretty sure that's like the whole point. Is 3... I mean, maybe you could alter the life for the amount of players, potentially, but... yeah, 3 defenders and 1 arch enemy. So... I will play that ASAP. Brayden, if you're out there, we're playing that. Maybe we pull in Brent, or what have you. I would, of course, try and play it tomorrow or Wednesday, but Silent Hill comes out tomorrow, so my time is going to be almost exclusively occupied by playing Silent Hill. Huge, huge fan of the movies, and absolutely cannot wait for the... cannot wait for the... sorry, I pulled up the Discard and completely got distracted, but, yeah. Silent Hill, huge fan of the movie, and I've never played a game before, so I'm very, very, very excited for that to come out tomorrow. And Brent, if you're out there, I'm just now reading your Discord message. Charlie should open a pack. I don't know exactly how he could do it, but maybe I can just use his claw to open one. He is good at choosing stuff and like rolling die and stuff like that, so maybe we could have him cycle through the cards. Anyways, Endless Punishment, the 4th and final of the Duskmourn Precons. This is our guy Valgavoth right here. He is the big baddie moth demon from the Duskmourn House of Horror playing. Very, very cool. Black, red. And again, I always like that black is purple for some reason. So, become the house that always wins with Valgavoth and dish out damage to all who enter your house. Oh, I wonder if there's going to be a lot of rooms in here. Defend yourself with nasty creatures that heap on the hurt outside combat and see your new tenants evicted permanently. Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls. At the heart of Duskmourn is Valgavoth, a moth-like demon confined to the house, who outsmarted his captors by expanding the boundaries across the plane and eventually consuming it all. That's crazy. So let's dive right in. Oh, hell yeah, thank you, Brent. Not bad, not bad. Again, the secret lair that I'm really gunning for, and I'll probably pick it up at some point after like third party, unfortunately, but the Jurassic Park. Yeah, it brings you into Facebook, and then I think there is a way around that. Unless you open it in Instagram, but I'm assuming you went via the, yeah, it opens up their own internal browser. I'm trying to think if there's a way around that. It might just be how I share it. But thank you for coming, hanging out, Brent, Talisha. I have more Duskmourn Secret Lair coming up. It should be here Thursday, so you probably won't see it until next week. I really like this color. I got ruby or crimson. What color did I get? Ruby for this deck. So he's gonna be adorned in ruby. Got our scheme cards. Our oh, is that different too? Yeah, you get different door colors in the red, the green, the purples, very nice. These have all been the same. Oh no, these are the first. I'm pretty sure that's the first different color I've gotten. Yeah, they've all been this shade of like, I don't even know what to call that. Like very light green kind of thing. In person, there's a bluishness to them. But this is the first purple ones I've got. That's very, very cool. I feel very classic then if I'm in black and white right now. So scheme cards, box, and oh, slid right out the collector booster sample pack. So let's dive right in. Oh. There we go. See if we get anything exciting here. I don't think it's been too crazy, or again, I can't tell if a sample pack has the exact same chances of getting various cards, but so add card. Winter Misanthropic Guide. I think I have this guy. I definitely have him, but I just don't know if I have the dual exposure one. This is really, really cool art. Oh, Winter. Yeah, Arabella. Another one of her. Legendary artifact creature toy. Whenever it attacks, it deals X damage to each opponent, and you gain X life, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 2 or less. Every night, Corey threw the unsettling doll away. Every morning, it was back of the shelf, its eyes following her every move. Y'all gonna guess what movie I'm watching in the background and how it is relevant to tonight's stream. I think once you figure out what I'm watching, it'll be very easy to tell how it is pertinent to tonight's stream. Where did I put the rest of these? Oh, right there. Alright. Let's check his little poster insert. This is gonna be cool to get a little backstory on Valgavoth. Which I assume... Unless it just says what it said in the story. You're right, Talisha. It's Twilight. Just kidding. Oh, such a cool creature design. It's like a biblically accurate angel, but angel of death. I guess just like Hellboy, the Golden Army. Valgavoth, harrower of souls, weak and greedy. Centuries ago, the moth-like demon Valgavoth heard whispered descriptions of himself from his imprisonment within the walls of the Vendrell mansion that weren't quite right. Valgavoth was not weak or greedy. He only wanted the power that he deserved and the space that he needed to stretch his wings. And decades ago, Valgavoth met Marina Vendrell, a brilliant but troubled young woman in a similar position. They made a promise to solve each other's problems. He would curb his hunger, and she would rid herself of the 4 worst bullies from her school. This initial feeding was what allowed Valgavoth to grow. While unable to leave his confines in the house, he found instead that he could expand the walls outwards, eventually across the entire plane. With Marina Vendrell safe in a bubble of unreality where she refuses to confront the horrors that she had released upon the world, the house has become Duskmourn, and Duskmourn has become the house. Valgavoth is the walls, the floor, the ceiling, the sky, and there is no escape if he does not will it. Valgavoth amassed a cult that worships him and knows that he honors the right of 4, meaning that the demon will trade a boon to anyone who offers him 4 lives. He believes it's a fair trade, as he only ever wanted the power he deserved in the space that he needed, the multiverse itself. So cool. Valgavoth is hungry, and his favorite snack happens to be your life total. Deal damage to your opponents equally, making you the last one standing. Deploy a variety of nasty creatures to make everything your opponents do fire back at themselves, from drawing cards to casting spells. If you're up for a challenge, having Valgavoth as the archenemy will put your survivor skills to the test. That's what I'm saying, is I really, really, really think I want to do Valgavoth as the archenemy. We could do anybody, but I just think thematically it makes sense. Oh, so cool. I think I have a couple of these, if I am not mistaken. Oh, there we go. 100 cards is a lot of freaking cards, you know? Right off the bat, we got Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls. Is a 4-drop legendary creature, Elder Demon. He has flying, ward, pay 2 life, and whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, put a +1/+1 counter on Valgavoth, Harrower of Souls, and draw a card. Interesting. Love the design. And the backup commander is the Lord of Pain. Interesting. As a 5-drop, legendary creature, Human Assassin. I really like this art. Shout out Greg Staples. Has Menace, and your opponents can't gain life. Wow. They'd get that off the board. Whenever a player casts their first spell each turn, choose another target player. The Lord of Pain deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to the chosen player. Wow. Fear of Burning Alive is a 6-drop enchantment creature, Nightmare. When Fear of Burning Alive enters, it deals 4 damage to each opponent. Has Delirium. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, if there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, Fear of Burning Alive deals that amount of damage to target creature that opponent controls. Damn, that's great. Grab the Prize. We've seen quite a few of Grab the Prize. It's a 2-drop. There's an additional cost to cast the spell. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards. If the discard card wasn't a land, Grab the Prize deals 2 damage to each opponent. Terramorphic Expanse. Blood Pact. 3-drop. Instant. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Valgavoth's devotees write his scriptures upon their flesh so they never forget the secrets he whispers to them. Ooh, Bloodsweeker. 2-drop, Vampire Shaman. Whenever a creature an opponent controls enters, you may have that player lose 1 life. He hopes each greedy gulp will be the one that makes him feel warm again. Damn. Ooh, that's terrible. That is terrible. Feed the Swarm is a 2-drop. It's a sorcery. Destroy target creature and enchantment to controller it's a sorry. Creature or enchantment an opponent controls. You may lose life, or you lose life equal to that permanent's mana value. The Spineworm's venom contains a powerful anesthetic, allowing victims to watch in peace as their bodies are stripped to the bone. That's terrible. The Arcane Signet. Lightning Greaves. 2-drop. Artifact equipment. Equip creature has haste and shroud, and equip cost is 0. When you spend most of your time running your life, it pays to invest in quality footwear. Oh, what a shot. Soul Ring, Command Tower, Bastion of Remembrance, 3-drop. I feel like I think I pulled this in Modern Horizons 3, if I'm not mistaken. 3-drop enchantment. When Bastion of Remembrance enters, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Lives taken are lives not easily forgotten. Blood Artist. Ooh, there's quite a few vampires in this deck, which I like. 2-drop creature vampire. When Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Vanya Falconwraith's paintings are astonishing. How does she manage to achieve such rich crimson hues? Stefan, art critic. Falconwraith Noble. So what is Vanya Falconwraith? That's a person, and this says Falconwraith Noble. Interesting. 4-drop creature vampire noble. Flying. Whenever Falconwraith Noble or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I often think on how excited they must feel to be chosen as my prey. Gray, Merchant of the Asphodel is a 5-drop. It's a creature zombie. When Gray Merchant of Asphodel enters, each opponent loses X life, where X is your devotion to black. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. Very nice. Infernal Grasp is a 2-drop instant. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Ancient evils dwell within the burning chasm called the Ashmouth, ever ready to devour those foolish enough to travel alone. Morbid Opportunist is a 3-drop creature, human rogue. Whenever 1 or more other creatures die, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. On Innistrad, one person's windfall usually starts with another person lying down face in the mud. What's a great card, Brent? Sorry, I missed it. Morbid Opportunist, I think is, but I wonder if it was one from before. Oh, Gary the Grey Merchant. Yeah, no, that is great. Waiting to play him. I mean, you have to wait to play him until you're a... have 5 mana on the... Oh, no. Sorry, I always forget. Is how many pips and the mana cost of your permanents. So it would be at least 5, I feel like. Probably more. That's great. Sign in Blood. I've seen this card before. I know this one's a classic. Oh. Sign in Blood, 2-drop, sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Little agonies pave the way to greater power. Sir Conrad the Grim is a 5-drop legendary creature, human knight. Whenever another creature dies or a creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, Sir Conrad the Grim deals 1 damage to each opponent. Is that a skull lamp? Spend 2, each player mills a card. Light Up the Stage. Very cool. I wonder what set that art is from. Light Up the Stage, 3-drop sorcery, spectacle, 1. You may cast this this spell for its spectacle cost rather than its mana cost if an opponent lost life this turn. Very cool. Exile the top 2 cards of your library until end of your next turn. You may play those cards. Places, everyone. Oh, Kardar Doomscourge. This is the Chucky card, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. So there's the Chucky Kardar Doomscourge that we just got out of the secret lair. It's a 4-drop legendary creature, Demon Berserker. When Cardar Doomscourge enters, until your next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat enable and attack a player other than you if able. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. I think this would be a fun little deck to make. I could also just swap him into this deck, take out Carter and put Chucky in instead. I think that'd be fun. Mayhem Devil is a 3-drop creature devil. Whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, it deals 1 damage to any target. Despite their stake in the city's survival, Rakdos cultists are loath to pass up any opportunity to sow chaos. Wait, played... Oh, played Cardor of the Cardar Doomscourge? Played him as a... Oh, Sir Conrad. Sir Conrad the Grim. Whenever another creature dies or creature card is put into the graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, or a creature card leaves your graveyard, he deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then mills people. Nice. Rakdos Charm is a 2-drop. What's an Apostle deck? Rakdos Charm is a 2-drop. It's an instant. Choose 1. Exile target player's graveyard. Destroy target artifact. Each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. Felwar Stone. 2-drop. Artifact. Add 1 mana of any color to that a land an opponent controls could produce. What do you have that I cannot obtain? Marseal the Pretender. Mind Stone. Oh. Rakdos Signet. 2-drop. Spend 1. Add a blue or a black. Made of bone and boiled in blood, a Rakdos Signet is not considered finished until it has been used as a murder weapon. Talisman of Indulgence, 2-drop, artifact, tap to add a waste mana, tap to add a black or a red. It deals 1 damage to you. Wait, why do I know that? Shadowborn Apostle. Thought Vessel. Ash Barrens. Ooh, Persistent Constrictor. I like that name. Persistent Constrictor. Persistent Constrictor. So 5-drop creature, Zombie Snake. Oh. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, they lose 1 life, and you put a -1/-1 counter on up to 1 target creature they control. Persist. When this creature dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. Nice. Sadistic Shell Game. We definitely pulled this. I don't think this has been in a box or a Precon, but it's definitely been in one of the packs, I think. Sadistic Shell Game is a 5-drop sorcery, starting with the next opponent in turn order. Each player chooses a creature you don't control, destroy the chosen creature. The art on this is terribly creepy. Shame about your friends. Want to see what's inside yours? Ooh, Suspended Sentence is a 4-drop instant. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. That player loses 3 life. Exile Suspended Sentence with 3 time counters on it. Suspend 3, spend 2. Rather than cast this card from your hand, you may pay 2 and exile it with 3 time counters on it. At the beginning of your upkeep, remove a time counter. When the last is removed, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. Interesting. Oh, Barbed Flare Gremlin. Here's all the gremlins. 4-drop creature, gremlin, first strike, haste. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, if Barbed Flare Gremlin is tapped, the player adds 1 mana of any type the land produced. Then that land deals 1 damage to that player. You think burning the pie to a crisp was bad, you should see what it did to the chef. Meg, Supply Runner. Gleeful Arsonist. There's a lot of burn in here. 3-drop creature, human wizard. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Gleeful Arsonist deals damage equal to its power to that player. And Undying. When it dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters on it, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter. So what is that called on? So Suspend and Undying? No. Oops. Persist and Undying. I like that. Undying, you return with a +1 counter, and Persist, you return with a -1 counter. I kind of, because it's a house, I expected there to be more room cards, but we'll see. We're not super far from the deck. Spend 4 for Spiked Corridor. When you unlock this door, create a 1/1 red devil creature token with... 3 1/1 red devil creature tokens with. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Torture Pit is a 4-drop. If a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage +2 instead. Not bad. Star Athlete, running from, I think, Gremlins. 3-drop creature, human warrior. It has menace, and whenever it attacks, choose up to 1 target non-land permanent. Its controller may sacrifice it. If they don't, it deals 5 damage to that player. Its blitz cost is 4. If you cast the spell for its blitz cost, it gains haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Interesting. Seance Board. Love this card. Definitely seen one of these already. Bedevil is a 3-drop instant. Destroy target artifact, creature, or planeswalker. Whenever Valgavoth sheds his old form, harrowing courses through the house like a malevolent wave, spawning new horrors and inciting its inhabitants to frenzy. Whoa. Mogis, God of Slaughter. 4-drop legendary enchantment creature, God. He has indestructible, and as long as your devotion to black and red is less than 7, Mogos isn't a creature. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, Mogos deals 2 damage to that player unless they sacrifice a creature. Damn. Braids. A resin nightmare. Wow, love this art. 3-drop legendary creature, Nightmare. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If you do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shared a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and you draw a card. Decree of Pain. Which one do you run in Toxic Pearl? Braids? Arisen Nightmare? Brain? Or Mogis? Decree of Pain, 8. Wow. Sorcery. Destroy all targets. They can't be... Sorry, destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. Draw a card for each creature destroyed this way. Cycling cost is 5. Discard this, draw a card. When you cycle Decree of Pain, all creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Yeah, I like that Braids card. Fate Unraveler, very creepy. 4-drop enchantment creature, Hag. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. Never forget that the life you've built can be undone by a single loose thread. Perisophia, the Philosopher. Oh man, I need to make my horror deck. Cataract Parasite is a 1-drop creature, horror. Whenever an opponent draws a card, you control a red permanent. If you control a red permanent, you may have Cataract Parasite, deal 1 damage to that player. When the smell of passing thought piques its hunger, its maw becomes primed with acid and a taste for brains. Mask of Grizzlebrand, 3-drop, legendary artifact equipment. Equipped creature has flying and lifelink. Whenever a equipped creature dies, you may pay X life, where X is its power. If you do, draw X cards. Equip cost is 3. The Legacy of Evil lives on. I like that card. Massacre Girl. Interesting. 5-drop, legendary creature, human assassin. It has menace. When it enters, each other creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Whenever a creature dies this turn, each creature other than Massacre Girl gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Massacre Worm. 6-drop, creature, Phyrexian Worm. When it enters, creatures your opponents control get -2/-2 until end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, that player loses 2 life. Wow. Nightshade Harvester. Yeah, I like the Massacre Girl. Nightshade Harvester is a 4-drop creature, elf shaman. Whenever a land an opponent controls enters, that player loses 1 life. Put a +1/+1 counter on Nightshade Harvester. Anywhere the moonlight touches, that's my garden. Blasphemous Acts. Oh, that is expensive. It's a 9-drop. It's a sorcery. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. Okay, that's better. It deals 13 damage to each creature. Holy bejesus. That is crazy. That's a board wipe right there. Holy places are no longer sanctioned from death, and death is no longer a sanctuary from anything else. Talia. Knight Cathar. Brash Taunter. Look at this guy. This little guy. 5-drop creature, Goblin, as indestructible. Whenever it is dealt damage, it deals that much damage to target opponent. Spend 3, tap it, it fights another target creature. Why don't you come a little closer and say that again, you spineless spit licker? Whoa. Chaos Warp. It's a 3-drop. Instant. The owner of target permanent shuffles it into their library and then reveals the top card of their library. If it's a permanent card, they put it onto the battlefield. Interesting. Combustible Gear Hulk is a 6-drop artifact creature construct. Yeah, I can kind of tell. Braden, again, I think this should be the archenemy. We should switch it up because there's different archenemy decks, like scheme decks, but I think this will be the one that'll be the most fun. And just like thematically, it makes the most sense. Combustible Gear Hulk is a 6-drop artifact creature construct. It has first strike. When it enters, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, you mill 3 cards, then Combustible Gear Hulk deals damage to that player equal to the total mana value of those cards. Damn. Enchanter's Bane. 2-drop enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, target enchantment deals damage equal to its mana value to its controller unless that player sacrifices it. Those who fail to respect power will soon be consumed by it. Harsh Mentor. 2-drop creature, human cleric. Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it isn't a mana ability, Harsh Mentor deals 2 damage to that player. Fight through it. Ooh, Rampaging Ferocidon. Nice. I forget what set this is originally from. 3-drop creature, dinosaur. If it's the dinosaur in the picture, it makes me think it's a raptor. A Ferocidon. Creature. Actually, what are the freaking JP cards? Where have I seen? I know I've seen this in probably like Ixalan or one of the cards that you've given me, but Jurassic Park Secret Lair. Yeah, the Velociraptor is the Rampaging Ferocidon. I was like, I know I saw this when I was looking at Jurassic Park. Is it the same one? Pretty sure, yeah. 3-drop, creature, dinosaur, menace. Players can't gain life. Whenever another creature enters, Rampaging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. Interesting. So that also does that to you. All raptors are aggressive, but Ferocidons seem to enjoy their prey's pain. I did not notice that, and I don't know. I mean, it can't go in my... Oh, no, wait. My dinosaur deck is red, green, blue. But I don't know about that. Because that definitely, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that hurts me, too, whenever I play a creature. I don't know how I feel about that now. I still want the Jurassic Park Secret Lair, but that one, I don't know, might not go into my deck. Yeah. Why would you want to do that? I don't see the upside to that card. Tectonic Giant is a 4-drop, because it also stops me from gaining life, too. Creature, Elemental Giant. Whenever Tectonic Giant attacks or becomes the target of a spell or an opponent controls, choose 1. It deals 3 damage to each opponent, or exile the top 2 cards of the library, choose one of them. Until the end of your next turn, you may play that card. Yeah, but you also can't gain life, and it does damage to me every turn. Or not every turn, every time I play a creature. I don't know about that card. Okay. But you're also taking 1 damage potentially for every creature you play. Florian Voldaren Scion is a 3-drop legendary creature, Vampire Noble. It has first strike. At the beginning of your second main phase, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the total amount of life your opponents lost this turn. Exile one of those cards and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. You may play the exiled card this turn. Interesting. Not bad. Kevert the Merciless. For some reason in my brain I saw that as Kevin, so this is Kevin the Merciless. It's a 7-drop, big boy. Legendary creature, yeah, you're right, Brandon. Human Shaman. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Rats and Jackals feast in his swath, but even they will not walk with him. Mangara. Rakdos, Lord of the Riots. Is this where the term Rakdos comes from? Is a Rakdos a blue-red deck? Is that? Okay. Rakdos, Lord of Riots, is a 4-drop, legendary creature demon. You can't cast this spell unless an opponent lost life this turn. It's flying and trample. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each 1 life your opponents have lost this turn. What is his deal? Rakdos, Lord of Riots. What plane is he from? What is his story? Spiteful Visions, 4-drop enchantment. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Whenever a player draws a card, Spiteful Vision deals 1 damage to that player. Interesting. Knowledge brings the sting of disillusionment, but the pain teaches perspective. Stormfist Crusader is a 2-drop creature human knight. It has menace, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card and loses 1 life. As she reached the pinnacle, lightning flashed and her eyes blazed with newfound power. Legend of the Gilded Knights. Theater of Horrors is a 3-drop enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. During your turn, if an opponent lost life this turn, you may play lands and cast spells from among cards exiled with Theater of Horrors. Spend 4. Theater of Horrors deals 1 damage to target player or planeswalker. Vile Smasher the Fierce. 3-drop legendary creature, Goblin Berserker. Whenever you cast your first spell each turn, choose an opponent at random. Vile Smasher the Fierce deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to that player or planeswalker that player controls. And he has Partner. Very cool. Ooh, Basilisk Caller. 1-drop artifact equipment. Look at the little puppy there. Equipped creature has Death Touch and Lifelink. Damn. And equip costs us 2. During their endless travels, the Mage of the Goma Fada caravan have learned ways to harness both life and death. Another Solemn Simulacrum. This might be in every deck. I could be wrong. Blackcleave Cliffs. Ooh, I really like this art. For some reason it makes me think of like a cross between Mordor and Bioshock Infinite. Kind of like A Million Lighthouses type thing. Blackcleave Cliffs. Land enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands. Tap it to add a black or a red. Where ambition meets industry, passion is poisoned by greed. Canyon Sloth. Land, swamp, mountain. Tapped to add a black or a red. It enters tapped and it has cycling 2. Dragon Skull Summit. Enters tapped unless you control a swamp or a mountain. Add a black or a red. When the Planeswalker Engrath called dinosaurs dragons, the name stuck in certain pirate circles. Oh, very cool. Exotic Orchard. I swear I've seen this. I don't think I've seen this art before, but I don't think this has been in one of the other ones. I could be wrong. Tap to add 1 mana of any color that a land an opponent controls could produce. Oh, maybe, because Exotic Orchard, I think, is the crazy Bloomsburrow card that I really like a lot. Tap it to add 1 mana of any... Oh, no. It was a strange morning. When we awoke, we found out trees transformed. We didn't know where to water them or polish them. Yeah, I definitely haven't seen this art yet. Really? I just don't remember if I saw it or read that flavor text. Foreboding Ruins is a land. As Foreboding Ruins enters, you may reveal a swamp or mountain card from among your hand. If you don't, Foreboding Ruins enters tapped. Add a black or a red. Oh, I like this art. Graven Cairns. Tap it for a waste mana. Spend a black or a red. Tap it. Add a black, red, or red. Shamans of Kar Singir claim that their sun sets because... that their sun sets because it can no longer bear the gaze of those pain-carved cliffs. You must be right. I don't remember it for some reason. Shadowblood Ridge land. Spend 1, add a black, red. Gnolls make offerings to sinister forces and the shadow-drenched chasms. I just usually remember flavor text, and maybe I didn't read that flavor text, but I like that one. Shivan Gorge, legendary land, has tap to add a colorless waste mana. Spend 3, tap it. It deals 1 damage to each opponent, both Forge and Pyre. Smoldering Marsh is a land, swamp, mountain. Has add black or red. Oh, excuse me. Smoldering Marsh enters tapped unless you control 2 or more basic lands. The continent of Gruul Draz is a geothermal swampland reeking of heat and decay. I like this one. So that's supposed to be like a sleeping dragon. Spine Rock Knoll. Hideaway 4. When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, then put the rest on the bottom in a random order. Spine Rock Knoll enters tapped. Tap it to add a red. Spend red, tap it. You may play the exiled card without applying its mana cost. An opponent was dealt 7 or more damage this turn. Wow. That's a crazy... Have I seen this before? This is a crazy land. Okay, so not as good in a double... Not double, but... dual color something something. What does the green one do? The same thing? Sulphurous Springs. Tap to add a waste mana. Tap to add red or black. Sulphurous Springs deals 1 damage to you. Everything is flammable in the Burning Isles, even the mana itself. What hot sauce? Temple of Malice. Okay. Temple of Malice enters tapped. When it enters, scry 1, tap to add a black or a red. Witch's Clinic. Land, tap to add a waste. Spend 2, tap it. Target commander gains lifelink until end of turn. Students from other colleges are invited to visit Witherbloom's medical facilities, but not many do. Bloodfell Caves. Land. Bloodfell Caves enters tapped. When it enters, you gain 1 life. Tap to add a black or red. What's Kinder's Red Taco? Are you eating a vegetarian taco or something? Yeah, the Witch's Clinic was cool. Like Baba Yaga. Evolving Wilds. Geothermal Bog. What is this? Interesting. I don't know what these are right here. Tap to add a black or a red. Geothermal Bog enters tapped. There are still a few places where the natural dangers outweigh even those posed by Phyrexian sleeper agents. Leech-ridden Swamp. That is terrible. Land, swamp. Tap to add a black. Enters tapped. Spend 1, tap it. Each opponent loses 1 life. Activate only if you control 2 or more black permanents. Tainted Peak. It's a land. Oh, damn. I want to try. That sounds great. Tainted Peak is a tap to add a waste mana, tap to add a black or a red, activate only if you control a swamp. Another of the Temple of the False God. I think they've been in every single Precon. And the basic lands. I'm hoping there's some cool tokens in here, but I didn't see like a ton of token creation. I think we've seen most of these. Alright, so we got a human soldier and a scarecrow. I don't remember creating scarecrows, but I guess we did. We got a devil. When this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. Thank you for the token. Scarecrow. 4/4 with vigilance. A devil. Scarecrow. A devil. Scarecrow. See, this, I don't think this deck really makes a lot of tokens, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember that many. Look at all these devils and scarecrows. Jesus. So the only tokens this deck creates are scarecrows, human soldiers, and devils? That's very interesting. That is very interesting. Is this not live? Alright, we're gonna change gears a little bit because for the... actually, let me put this in the box and then we will scoot right along. Put the lands. I'm going to sleeve these up later and then give them a nice, good old shuffle. You'll, of course, want to shuffle it when you first play with it, but increase the chaos as much as I can. Alright, so I've got all 4 Duskmourn Commander decks opened up. Super exciting. I've got the... Actually, I should have just put the tokens in here, but I'll put all the tokens in various... put them in that box. What was the movie? Brent, if you're still on, you might know the movie. Braden might know the movie. If nobody knows the movie, I'll wait until I open this pack, and somebody has to guess the movie by the end of the pack. Remember, it has something to do... I'll give you a hint. It has to do with Valgavoth specifically. And again, like I said, we're changing gears a little bit. We're going to go... Wait, is this open? No, it is not. Gonna go a little cutesy. So go from... because I unfortunately am all out of Duskmourn. I still have a lot of Duskmourn. The movie has to do with Valgavoth, who was the big baddie for the set that we just opened. Valgavoth. No, this is not the newer D&D movie. I did just watch that the other day, though. It's still great. Still great. Brent would know what it is. This is a hard one. This is a very, very, very obscure one. But, again, like I said, it is relevant to the, Valgavoth and what Valgavoth is. To give you another hint, Valgavoth is a moth demon. I am destroying this pack. Alright. Rushed Shield Rampager. Again, I will reveal it at the end of this pack if nobody gets the name of the movie. Rush Shield Rampager is a 3-drop creature raccoon offspring 2, and this creature can't be blocked with creatures with power 2 or less. Ooh, Mind Spiral. I genuinely don't think if I've opened this on stream. I could have. 5-drop, gift a tap fish. Target player draws 3 cards. If the gift was promised, tap target creature an opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Oh, so cool. Waxwane Witness. 4-drop, creature, bat, cleric. It has flying and vigilance. Whenever you gain or lose life during your turn, Waxwane Witness gains +1/+1/+0 until end of turn. Batfolk clerics consider the cycle of light and darkness as a sacred allegory of life and death. Shout out Mila Pesic. Oh, we saw her on something. I forget what, but she's definitely done lots of art. Let me actually look it up. Mila. Oh, no. Mila. Because I think I literally just followed her last night, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I know what she did. What did I do last night? I did Duskmourn, right? Yeah. She did Cayenne Corrupted Memory, which I think I should still have. So the same artist that did this art right here that I've got on the screen also did this art. Woo! Which is gorgeous, incredible. And I'm like almost certain I 100% followed them last night. But let's confirm. Let us confirm. Nope, wrong spot. Yep, following. Ooh, that bat art is there. Right off the top, I think I saw Tamio. Oh, there's barely anything on here. Interesting. Wonder if they have another page they use more. But, very cool. Nope, not even close. This is a little too dark for Goosebumps. Now I'll give you one more hint. We're getting, I would say, easier and easier with every hint. This is a movie done by my favorite director, Guillermo del Toro. Very cool art. Shout out Mila Pesic. Agate Assault is a 3-drop sorcery. Choose one. Agate Assault deals 4 damage to target creature. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Exile target artifact. Only an amateur crushes their enemies with a cold rock. Great. Oh, such cool art. Eli Manaya. We also saw an Eli Manaya last night, I'm almost certain. Let me look him up. I think all we did was Duskmourn yesterday, and I swear it was Duskmourn. Oh, he did a couple of the... oh, am I a dummy? Did I not go through? I think I forgot to go through the scheme cards. So after we open this pack, we'll actually... No. Oh, yeah, it's probably teeny tiny. Guillermo del Toro and Bugs. Ooh, oh, that's a full art card. Psychic Whirl, yeah, this card is great. 3-drop sorcery, target opponent discards 2 cards, then if you control a rat, serve A2. Oh, look at this. This reminds me of It Takes Two. It's a 4-drop creature, Squirrel Archer. It has reach. When it enters, you may forage. If you do, draw a card. They don't waste arrows on warning shots. Well then. Mind Drill Assistant. Is a 4-drop creature rat warlock. It has threshold. As long as 7 or more cards are in your graveyard, it gets +3/+0. Spend 3, survey 1. If only you kept your secrets somewhere more secure than your delicate little skull. Damn. Savor. This actually, I think this has been like a very like black, or at least the past couple of cards. Oh, there you go. It's Mimic. You got it. You got it. We watching Mimic about evil bugs. Savor. 2-drop. Instant. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn and create a food token. Edibility is in the eye of the beholder. Oh my god. Seasoned Warren Guard is a creature rabbit warrior. Whenever it attacks while you control a token, Seasoned Warren Guard gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Never underestimate what a rabbit can do with a root vegetable and some moxie. Very cool. Ding, 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 Brayden. Oh, look at this. This could be Rebecca Guay. It's not. This is Omar Ryan. Starscape Cleric is a 2-drop. It's a creature. It's a bat cleric. It's got Offspring for 3. Flying. This creature can't block. And whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. That is gorgeous, gorgeous art. Shout out Omar Ryan. You getting a follow. If I can find you very quickly and easily. Omar. Right there. Very cool styles. Oh. Brayden, you know this card. What is this card? Oh, Amphibian Downpour. I'm pretty sure you showed me this card, Brayden. That's the same artist. Yeah, really, really cool. Reptilian Recruiter. I've seen a lot of... This pack has had a lot of cards that I have not seen before. 5-drop creature, Lizard Warrior, Trample. When it enters, choose target creature. If that creature's power is 2 or less, or if you control another lizard, gain control of that creature until end of turn, untap it, and it gains haste until end of turn. Ooh, Clement Worrywart. I don't know if I've seen this guy before. Clement Worrywart is a 3-drop. I might have actually, you know where I might have seen him in one of the Precons? But I honestly can't remember. Oh, okay, so we both saw it together when I did Modern Horizons. Oh, you did? Nice. There's some crazy alternate art for Clement Worrywart. He is Jermaine Clement, if he were a frog. He's already a, what is he in Moana? A crab? Clement the Worrywart is a 3-drop legendary creature, frog druid. He has vigilance. Whenever he or another creature you control enters, return up to 1 target creature you control with lesser mana value to its owner's hand. Frogs you control have tap to add a red or a green or a blue. Spend this mana only to cast a creature spell. So this is for the bounce back effects. So this might be only a 2 rare pack, because I think the one is the foil slot. Could be a rare foil, but he was shiny, but that's not what his name was. I forget. He had a name. Tamatoa. His name was Tamatoa. Tamatoa hasn't always been this glam. I was a drab little crab once. Oh, and Clifftop, look out. So it's weird. This deck definitely had kind of, I don't know what the theme was, but it's weird that the final 2 cards in the like rare and whatever slot are both frogs. Clifftop Lookout is a 3-drop. It is a creature frog scout. It has reach. When it enters, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land card. Put that card into the battlefield tapped and the rest of the bottom of your library in any order. In a random order. So yeah, these are definitely synergistic together. Clement and Warrior Wort. Be a fun commander to play, I think. Ooh. Is this Rampant Growth? Or what is this? Beza, the Bounding Spirit, Martin Whitfuth. That is some gorgeous art right there. Yeah, the song is shiny. Yeah, that's the frogs bounce back, which I love. I actually would have loved to have played that, but I was on some raccoon lizard business. Alright, and because we completely forgot, and that's also why we got through this so quick too, is we gonna jump back to the scheme cards, and that'll finish things out for this evening. Charlie will feed you at 10:30, as we always do, but I am going to sleeve up some cards while we're waiting to feed you, bud. Alright, so right off the bat, we've got When Will You Learn? I love all these big landscapes, paintings of the rooms in the house. I am always on some lizard business. When will you learn? Oh, is that Valgavoth in the background? When you set the scheme in motion, each opponent exiles the top cards of their library. If you cast any number of spells from among cards exiled this way without paying their mana costs. Wait, you may cast any number of spells from among cards exiled this way without paying the mana costs. Do you not grow tired of your futility? I know I do. So mean. My Crushing Masterstroke. Interesting. Scheme. When you set the scheme in motion, gain control of all non-land permanents your opponents control until end of turn. Untap those permanents. They gain haste until end of turn. Each of them attacks its owner this turn if able. Damn, that's a crazy scheme. That is a crazy scheme. Fear my authority. Respect my authority. Ongoing scheme. Creatures you control get +2/+2 and have fear. They can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. At the beginning of your upkeep, abandon the scheme unless you discard a card or pay 3 life. Reality is mine to control. I like this one. Respect my authority. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you for getting my reference. Also, welcome. Thank you for hanging out. Reality is mine to control. I really like this art. Shout out Valera Lutfolina. I like that name, too. Ongoing scheme. I probably pronounced it terribly. Whenever you cast a spell, you may abandon the scheme. If you do, copy that spell, and you may choose new targets for the copy. I will make you a monster to haunt your own dreams. Ooh, running is useless. Resistance is useless. Really like the color scheme on this card. The contrast is amazing. Dominic Muir, kind of like a MC Escher-esque kind of painting, I would say. Running is useless as a scheme. When you set the scheme in motion, choose any number of creatures with different mana values. Destroy those creatures. Yes, flee from me, prey. Flee from your inevitable fate until your feeble mortal body collapses. I will drink my fill of your fear. Yeah, the colors on this are amazing. The colors, Duke. The colors. Oh, look at this. Oh, and I follow this artist, Wolfskull Jack. So good. I love. That's always one of my favorite. Wait, what? Braden, it's so funny you say that because I just beat, for the first time in my life, Portal while I was dog sitting. I beat it in 2 hours over the course of like 5 or 6 hours, I think. So good. So good. So good. I know that's crazy to say. Like, of course, Portal is good. It's, like, critically acclaimed. But I am here to tell you Portal is amazing. I'm just looking up this artist, Wolfskull Jack art. Yeah, I know it's going to be hard to see, but, like, a lot of really cool kind of dual color contrasty stuff. Really hard to describe. Like, incredible artist. Highly suggest to follow. Oh, I cannot believe I don't follow them. That is terrible. I have shared so much of their art, but it's crazy to me that I don't follow them. So, just really cool artist. Lots of wolves and lots of skulls. Oh, look at this, Braden. I'm sending this to you right now. Where you at, Braden? And I'm also going to send it via message. Amazing artists. Owls are foul. Yeah, shout out Wolfskull Jack. You exist only to amuse. Scheme. When you set the scheme in motion, choose one. If you control 6 or more lands, choose both instead. Create 3 1/1 Red Devil creature tokens. With this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target creature. Oh my god, that's hilarious. So the freaking demon, the devil token, I'm pretty sure isn't even for Valgavasa deck. I'm pretty sure it's just for this scheme. I could be totally wrong there, but that would be hilarious. Until your next turn, creatures your opponents control have base power and toughness 1 and lose all abilities. Damn. Oh, look at this art. Pavel Kolomayets definitely had a couple. I've already seen a couple of cards from them. They deserve, I think, a follow as well. Pavel. Nope. Oh, I think I found him. Very little info. That's terrifying. Yeah, amazing artist. Terrifying. Another devil token card. I call for slaughter. Scheme. When you set the scheme in motion, create 3 1/1 red devil creature tokens with whenever this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target. They gain haste until end of turn. If a source you control would deal damage this turn, it deals that much damage plus 1 instead. Yes, another devil token creature card. Oh, I will savor in your agony. Very cool card. Scheme. I feel like this is just like a classic horror image. When you set the scheme in motion, choose 3. You may choose the same mode more than once. Destroy target creature. Target player draws a card. Target player gains 5 life. Ooh, very cool. Lars Grant West. Your nightmares are delicious. Would you like to live deliciously? When you set the scheme in motion, each opponent who has more than 5 cards in the hand discards cards equal to the difference. Then if fewer than 3 cards are discarded this way, you draw 3 cards. I will craft exquisite tortures from the roiling depths of your terrified mind. Oh, love this color. Damn. Shout out Jeremy Wilson. I think this is the last one, too. When you set the scheme in motion, exile cards to the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Then if you control 6 or more lands, repeat this process once. Damn. I will sink my teeth into the depths of your mind and devour all that is precious to you. I'm going to look up Jeremy Wilson real quick. Give them a follow. Very cool. And y'all, that is all I have for you this evening. I think I agree with you, Brayden. This might be the strongest deck because I think this is just like I'm going down and I'm taking you with me kind of thing. So this will be a fun little deck to play. Again, I think we should start out with this as the archenemy and see how it goes from there. That is all I have for a bit. I should be getting the Duskmourn Secret Lair on Wednesday, Thursday, but I don't... Since Silent Hill is coming out tomorrow, I just want to play that until I beat it. So I'll probably play for as many hours as I can go for tomorrow once I finish up work, and then... maybe finish it up on Wednesday. I genuinely don't know how many hours of play. Let me actually look it up. How long to beat Silent Hill 2 Remake? 10 to 12 hours, so yeah, maybe I can beat it in 2 days. We will see. And sorry, the movie... Oh, Brayden guessed it, Talisha. It was Mimic. It's just about a giant evil bug that tries to be human, or it mimics humans, I guess. This movie, Mimic, is actually very similar thematically to Jurassic Park. Essentially, this is all in the beginning. There's like a life-threatening disease. It's being carried, I think, by cockroaches or something like that. So they create like a super bug, and then they release it into the sewer systems, and it's supposed to release like a compound or something that kills all the cockroaches that have the disease, and they make this superbug, all of them female, so that they cannot breed, and they essentially just die once their job is complete. The problem is, just like in Jurassic Park, where every dinosaur was supposed to be female, life finds a way, and it ends up hyper-evolving over... I think it's like over the course of like 5 or 10 years or something like that, it like hyper evolves. But it's a very, very cool movie. Shout out Guillermo del Toro, definitely my favorite director of all time, so there's no surprise there. But anyways, y'all, that is all I've got. Thank you so much for hanging out. Again, keep an eye out. I will shout out for the Silent Hill stream. I'll probably, if anything, schedule it tonight because I really, really want to build hype about it. And then I will start it tomorrow night, and then we'll see how far we get. Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, Talisha, definitely. We could honestly, I feel like a lot of people haven't seen it in a while, like in our group. So you can put it on the group watch list or just watch it yourself. I think you'll enjoy it. But yeah, love you. Also, hi Elsa. Thank you for hanging out. Love you. Love y'all. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow for some hot Silent Hill action. All right, Charlie, come say bye. Bye bye, y'all. Good night. Say bye, Charlie. Oh my god, have you been licking your shoulder again? You gotta chill it out with that, bud. Alright. Charlie says bye, y'all. Love y'all. Good night, good night. I can't see Charlie.